You now tuned in to the Gumptown Podcast. I'm your boy Doug B. We ain't got nothing to talk about, but we got something to talk about. Let's go. Good people, good people, good people. Welcome back to the Gumptown Podcast, episode 12. I'm your boy Doug B. If you tuned in to this podcast, thank you for your time and your attention. I really appreciate you giving this podcast a shot. Today's guest, I met this gentleman back at the Alabama State University, where we both graduated in CIS out of that COBA. If you know, you know. Just always been cool people. Sneakerhead, IT professional. He is the co-founder and co-owner of the Sweet Side of Portland, and I'm pretty sure you all will be inspired by his story. Let's give a warm Gumptown round of applause for McCurtis Grayson. Kurt, what's going on with you, man?
Not much. How you doing, Big Doug? What's going on?
All is well, man. All is well, man. First things first, I want to thank you for taking time out of your schedule to chop it up with me for a few minutes. I really appreciate it.
Man, I appreciate you for giving me the call up to the big leagues, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, man. I'm just starting out, man, and just trying to showcase the excellence that came out of Montgomery, man. And I appreciate you for accepting my invitation to come on, man.
No doubt.
Yes, sir. For the people who don't know who McCurtis Grayson is, tell them a little bit of your story, where you from and how you got to where you are now.
Well, as Doug has mentioned, my name is McCurtis Grayson. Originally from Montevallo, Alabama, but I did grow up in Montgomery, Alabama. Graduated from Carver High class of '02. Went to Alabama State. Graduated from there in 2010 with a CIS degree. From there, I stayed in the Gump for a little while, but then I made my way over here out to Portland. If y'all don't know, my wife is Brittany Grayson, and we met at Alabama State. And she's the reason why I ended up relocating to Portland, because she moved back over this way after we graduated. But yeah, from there, I just been keeping my head down. I'm a system administrator for a nonprofit organization called Morrison Child and Family Services. They focus on rehabilitating kids that have mental health issues, and they also serve as like foster parents, and they have other specialized programs geared toward kids as well. And then just other things that I do on my spare time. I used to make music a lot. I still do make music on the side. And that's how I linked up with my boy Chris. He actually found me through my job, but he knew that I made music, and like you stated earlier, that I was a sneakerhead too. So that's what kind of connected us. But sorry, I'm getting off on a little tangent. But yeah,
Good, man.
he had a little podcast called the Hip Hop Social Worker, which he wanted me to make some music for, which I had a couple tracks stashed away. So I shot him a couple things, and we started collabing, and then we started actually working on another podcast called the GOAT Podcast, which was a podcast dedicated to Jay-Z and everything that he's worked on basically throughout his music career. And then from there, we was just like, hey, we need something else to work on. So he was like, hey, I got this idea. Why don't we do a food blog about everything that we have here in Portland, because Portland is a food city. It's a travel destination city for anybody who's a foodie. We have shows that have been on Top Chef Portland, dive in diners and drives. It's like a plethora of different shows that have highlighted the city, but a lot of voices aren't Black voices that highlight these restaurants and don't give our opinion in what we think of the food. So that's why we came up with our food blog.
Wow. No, man, what a story, man. I mean, and like you said, man, just I commend you for having the courage to move out there to Portland. Like Alabama to Oregon, that's a big jump. You know,
Man,
most folks, they leave the Gulf and go to Atlanta. You went to Portland,
I
man.
know. Hey, it took me a couple of years before I actually made that mindset that I wanted to leave and be out here. But I took a leap of faith, put my trust in the Lord, and He's provided for me on this journey, and He's led me to this point right now. And I just feel truly blessed to be able to be thriving out here and be able to do something that I love.
Yes, sir. That's what it's all about, man. I mean, just like you said, just trusting in the Lord, man. And I still remember when you made that move, man. You made the cross country drive, man. Like that's gangster right there, man. Like you didn't fly out there and get your car delivered. You drove out there,
I
man.
know, man. Hey, it was quite a trek, man. It was something else. Definitely probably wouldn't do it again, to be honest. But hey, I'm glad I took that leap and made that, life changing step and took that experience.
Yes, sir. Okay, man. No, that's a great story, man. And next portion I was gonna ask you about was the sweet side of Portland and just exactly what you all have going on there. And you pretty much already covered that. Just wanted to have a black voice food vlog, um, bring that black voice type of situation to the food vlog and scene environment out there in Portland, man. So nah, that's good stuff, man. And you also covered the first part. Well, it's a three-part question I always like to ask entrepreneur. Nah, man, I appreciate it, man. Like, nah, that's good stuff, man. Like, I always like to ask people about the aha moment, the
Yeah.
action step, and the audacity. So, your aha moment was you and Chris. Y'all was just sitting around working on the GOAT podcast and his podcast, and you all just pretty much said, "Hey, we need a black voice out there, man." So, nah, I mean, is there anything else you want to add on as far as to the aha moment? Like, what sparked the idea? Was it anything more?
Well, yeah, a lot of the momentum came from him, with his work being a social worker, and his this came as like a self-care thing for him, indulging in like things that he loves versus like indulging in things that are not healthy for him, such as alcohol, marijuana, and just things that are negative influencing. And this is just something a little bit more positive for him and also for myself because honestly, like with the pandemic going on, our contact with our peers and whatnot had gone down a lot, and this was a good project for both of us, to kind of reconnect, get out there, try to be safe as much as possible, and still produce content, be creative. And then also, both of us are into photography and videography. This is just another tool for us to flex those skills as well.
Yeah, and might I add, man, I've watched a few of the videos, almost all of them. That production is crispy. A1.
We appreciate that, man. We still learning. We know we not as good as like some of these younger cats out here who spend all day behind the screen and editing and trying to figure everything out. But man, we just working trying to improve our craft every day, every episode.
Man, that's what it's all about, man. I mean, like you just said, like these young cats that sit in front of the computer and do this all day, they should be good at, man. They should be at the top of their class, man. But I mean, for you guys to have full-time jobs and to be doing video editing on the side, man, it's some crispy production, man. And then everything is crispy from the video quality, the sound quality, man. So hats off to you all for putting out top quality products, man. Top
And
quality videos.
we appreciate you for tuning in and checking us out, man. We really appreciate that.
No problem, man. And no problem. And the next portion was the action step, man. So it sounded like it didn't take you all a bunch of time from the idea to actually put in the action of starting the channel. Sound like y'all got right into that.
No, it didn't take too long for real. It probably took us probably like a month or two to put everything together. Because we sat there, we said we were going to start with IG first, and then it was like, let's go ahead and turn this into like a YouTube page. And then we have further plans beyond YouTube because we do want to open up a website as well to sell our merchandise. Because we are like printing up T-shirts and things of that nature. But we also looking at trying to do like little cookbooks and like little tour guide books also for like the city of Portland to highlight like some of the favorite places that we like to go to, and then also highlight the black restaurants that are here because they don't get enough love like they should get.
Okay. Nah, man. Hey, that's good stuff. Rocking and rolling, man. And you have a vision of where you're trying to go. Nah, that's good stuff, man. And the last portion, audacity. Who gave it takes courage and audacity to step out there, especially you putting content out there, because people can come in and say mean things to you, man. But it takes courage and bravery and audacity to step out there anyway. What gave you and Chris the audacity to step out there?
It's like, why not us? It's like I mean, we have a voice, we have opinions. Um, it's just like why not us? Just like all these other folks are out here, capitalizing off this trend of having video vlogs and giving their opinion. And right now YouTube monetization is a real big thing, and it's like if we can build our fan base up and get supporters behind us and build a solid brand, we trying to be with the best of them. So that's it. Just took us sitting down and being like, hey, we good enough to be with the best.
Hey, that's good enough for me. Hey, man, that's a great. Nah, seriously, man. Like that's $1 million question. Like, why not us, man? I mean, these people that's putting out this top quality content, and yeah, YouTube, like you said, the monetization portion. I mean, yeah, man. I mean, yeah, it's some people out here that are financially free just making YouTube content. So, man,
Yeah.
y'all are definitely onto something with that, man. So,
Yeah, and I mean it's bigger than YouTube because I mean you got Netflix who has all these specialized TV shows about folks going around the country trying different things, and you got Anthony Bourdain traveling around the world doing his thing. So we trying to be like Anthony Bourdain going around the world kicking it with everybody eating different types of food. You know what I'm saying, player?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, I will say this, man. Y'all definitely I definitely appreciate y'all talking about those vegan spots, man. Cause man, some of them, man, them vegan spots y'all be showing, man, that food be looking so good. It be looking like the real deal, man. And like,
Man, dog, they have some fire joints out here. And then like I be seeing you post the slutty vegan stuff back in the A.
yeah,
I'm like, man, I can't wait to get down there and try that, man. My little cousin, he's actually a manager at one of the spots in Atlanta, so I got to get down there and holler at him and check that out. But
yeah.
yeah, man, it's tons of great vegan spots out here. My manager, she actually is a vegan, and she's like been putting me on vegan spots for like years since I've been out here. So like just as us doing this show, we more spots have opened up, and like the food has just been off the charts.
Nah, that's good stuff, man. So not only are you all promoting, of course, black creators, black excellence, you all promoting health. I mean,
Yes, sir.
health as well. Uh, good healthy food, man, healthy alternatives. So now much respect to you all for doing that. And
Yes, sir.
long term vision, you pretty much already covered. You all are doing merch and cookbooks and things of that nature. Is there anything else you want to add to, like what's in the long term vision of the sweet side of Portland?
No, like you said, I think I pretty much covered everything. Right now we just trying to get on and popping and trying to get more followers and viewers, and we trying to get y'all black folks to come out here to Oregon and come visit us, man.
Oh, hey, man, y'all just keep going. I promise you, man. You keep going, keep putting out that content, and eventually the followers gonna get up. The followers gonna grow, and people gonna start making the trips to Portland and food with it.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt.
Cool, man. So, $1 million question, man. I started this podcast because I wanted to share light on Montgomery, wanted to bring something positive to the gum town. You being a hometown native, what's one thing you learned during your upbringing in Montgomery that you used throughout your life?
Man, that friends just ain't friends. It's your family. Um, I grew up a military person, so I kind of carried this philosophy with me everywhere because being a military kid, you don't always get to be around your family, and you got to kind of hold your friends into high regard and treat them as such. So definitely, make sure you keep your friends close and treat them like family. You feel me?
Yes, sir. Nah, man. Nah, that's good stuff. How can the people connect with you, man? What are your social media handles? Facebook, IG?
Man, y'all can find us on IG, Twitter as Sweet Side of PDX, and TikTok as well. And then on YouTube, just search for us as the Sweet Side of Portland. You'll find us, me and your boy Chris Scott.
Yes, sir. And of course, I'll put this in the description of the episode. Hey, Kurt, man, thanks again for taking time out of your schedule to chop it over with me for a few minutes, man. I really appreciate it, man.
Hey, I appreciate you having me, man.
Yes, sir. Good people, that concludes another dope episode of the Gumtown Podcast. We gone, but before we leave, remember, be blessed, be safe, but most importantly, have the audacity to be you. Gone. Thanks again for tuning in. I appreciate your time and your attention. Until next time.